There are small misalignments in life, just a few centimeters, that are enough to make the entire journey exhausting. In swimming, that happens at the very moment your hand enters the water. If you're over 60 and you've ever felt like you were swimming diligently, but your body wasn't moving forward very much, your shoulders getting tired, your breathing growing heavier, then today, I want you to stay with me for a few minutes. Not to learn how to swim faster, but to understand why entering the water just about 5 centimeters off can completely ruin your pull. I've met many older adults here in the United States. They don't lack determination. They don't lack discipline. What they're missing is just one small detail, yet it determines their entire experience in the water. Before we go any deeper, I want to ask you a very simple question. Have you ever swum with the feeling that I'm putting in more effort than the results I'm getting? Leave a comment saying yes, or share how you feel below. I read every single comment, and I truly believe you are not alone. When we reach our 60s, our bodies no longer work the way they did when we were younger. This isn't weakness, it's biology. Research on aging shows that after about age 55 to 60, shoulder joint flexibility decreases noticeably. The synovial fluid becomes thinner, neural responses slow down, and our ability to self-correct fine movements also declines. Because of that, in swimming, older adults often fall into a familiar loop. Swimming feels difficult, using more strength, getting tired quickly, thinking, maybe swimming just isn't for me anymore. But the truth is, in many cases I've observed, the problem isn't strength at all. It's the point where the arm enters the water. Imagine the moment your hand leaves the air and touches the surface of the water. In that split second, your brain has already decided how your shoulder will rotate, how your body axis will align, and in which direction you'll pull the water behind you. If your hand enters the water just about 5 centimeters off, it sounds insignificant. But for a body over 60, that's a large enough deviation to trigger a chain reaction. When the hand enters too close to the head, the shoulder is forced upward. When it crosses toward the middle of the forehead, the body twists. When the hand enters too wide, the shoulder is pulled outward. And once the shoulder is off, the body axis is no longer straight. In swimming, the body axis is the foundation. It's like the spine of a house. The head, shoulders, hips, and legs need to align along a relatively straight line. When the hand enters the water 5 centimeters off, the shoulder moves away from that axis. The body rotates incorrectly, and the pulling force, the force that should push you forward, starts to scatter sideways. At that point, you're still pulling with your arm. You still feel like you're working, but the water isn't being pushed backward. It's being pulled diagonally to the side. According to a very basic law of physics, force determines direction. If you don't push the water backward, your body cannot move forward. That's why many people over 60 tell me, I feel like I'm swimming, but I'm not going anywhere. In reality, they're not standing still. They're just pushing water in the wrong direction. An even more serious issue lies in the shoulder joint. At this age, the shoulder no longer adapts well to misaligned twisting movements. When the hand enters the water incorrectly, the shoulder has to bear force in an unnatural position. At first, it's just fatigue, then soreness, and gradually a dull ache, pain when lifting the arm, pain when sleeping on one side. Science calls this an overuse injury, damage caused by repeated incorrect use. It doesn't require a hard impact, just thousands of hand entries that are 5 centimeters off, and the shoulder joint will eventually speak up. And sadly, many people think it's because I'm old. No, it's not because you're old, it's because the movement itself is hurting you. There's a sentence I often say to my older students: after 60, the body does not forgive geometric misalignment. You can be strong, you can be persistent. But if the direction of force is wrong, every effort becomes heavy. So why is just 5 centimeters so dangerous? Because swimming is a sport of precision. It's like hammering a nail. If the hammerhead is slightly off, the force slips. Or like driving a car. If the steering wheel is just a little misaligned, you're tense the entire drive, making constant corrections. In swimming, the hand entry is the steering wheel. When the hand enters the correct position, right in front of the shoulder, not crossing the center line of the head, not flaring out too wide, the shoulder rotates naturally. The body maintains its axis. And when the arm pulls, it moves straight back, as if you're holding onto a solid block of water and pushing it behind you. That's when something almost magical happens. You swim with less effort. Your breathing becomes more even. Your shoulders feel less tired. And most importantly, you feel like you're gliding, not struggling. If you're still watching at this point, I want to pause for just a second. If you realize that you may have been entering the water incorrectly without knowing it, leave a comment saying, "Okay, not for me, but for yourself." That's the moment you begin to swim differently. For people over 60, I always recommend thinking of swimming as a gentle conversation with the water, not a battle of strength. When entering the water, let the fingertips touch first. Keep the wrist relaxed. Don't slap the water, don't rush. As if you're placing your hand gently on a table in front of you. To recognize your own mistakes, you don't need complicated equipment. Just slow down. Watch your hand, feel your shoulder, or record a short video from the front. Many people, seeing themselves for the first time, say, "I never realized my hand was entering that far off." But that very moment is the beginning of change. Because when you can see it, you can fix it. And when you fix it correctly, swimming is no longer a source of fear or exhaustion. It becomes a gentle companion in later life. If there's one thing I hope you remember after this video, it's this. Swimming does not betray age. It only betrays misalignment. When you understand your body better, respect its limits, and adjust the small details, the water will support you in a completely different way. You don't need to prove anything. You only need to take care of yourself, one movement at a time. If you found this video helpful and you care about health, safe movement, and a sustainable lifestyle after 60, please subscribe to the Vital Health Hub channel. We're not here to tell you what you must do. We're here to walk with you more slowly, more correctly, and for a longer time on this journey.